Hey guys, welcome back. Welcome in. If you're new around here, we are a small homestead. We live up here in beautiful upstate New York on 20 acres, and we are just trying to carve out a piece of our self-sustainable, simple life pie. It's a good time to start. If you haven't yet already, there is some crap going on in the world that you need to be aware of. Don't let it consume you, but keep an eye on it. Get your families ready, get your food preparedness ready, get your pantries ready, stock up, and be aware, but don't let it consume you. Today we have a fun project. So last night when I went to put the chickens away, I found two very small eggs, which is very exciting. They're a little bit early, and they're very small. A lot of times chickens, when they lay their first eggs, they will be small. Just testing out the pipes, you know. Today my project is to get some sort of coop nesting boxes established. I have a few ideas. I don't know which is going to stick, but they're letting us know that they're ready, so ready we shall be. So you guys will notice here in a minute when I'm in there trying to get what I think I'm going to use for my nesting boxes, I will be wearing a face covering. Actually, I'll be wearing two face coverings. And the reason for that is I'm allergic to chickens. I'm actually allergic to birds in general. So some people might say, well then why do you have them? Well, because I'm not allergic to eggs. When I do interact with the chickens, I have face coverings on because I get super sneezy and my chin itches. So you see me with the face covering on, that's why. Change of plans. So the previous owner of this place, when he built things, he built them to last like a tsunami. So I'm not going to be able to get that off the wall. So I came in the barn office area thing to see what else we had. And over here, I have, right now, holding all of my old video games. This structure is going to work nicely. That structure is going to be our new nesting boxes. Or else I have to build something, which I'm not above building, but I'd rather keep the materials we have and use something that I'm not going to be using. All that stuff's going to need to go into my new office anyway. That's not going to be being used. It's a little large. The boxes themselves are a little large, but we're going to make it work because that's the name of the game, making things work and utilizing what you have. So that's what we're going to do. So 18 hours later, as you can see, chicken coop freaking nesting box Godzilla is coming along nicely-ish. So again, you can buy anything you want online, but we are trying to use what we have because we have it. And why be wasteful when you have it? So we're repurposing. So this was an old console, like I said, that used to be in the living room. We ripped it out, hated it, it was ugly. He did a wonderful job building it, like everything else in this place, but it had to go. So it was holding my video games, and now it is going to hold our eggs in the morning. These are put on here to keep the hay and the eggs from coming in and out with the chickens. This is their jump up roosting bar. You can see the name of the game. This came from, these branches here came from the arbor that I built in the very end of winter. Cut down a few trees, and we are utilizing all parts of that tree, and as you can see right now, they are going to be roosting spots for the chickens to comfortably get in and out.
Ready? Let me know when you're ready.
Stay there, don't move. There's always one in every crowd. Here he goes again. As you can see, Gimperella here is doing pretty well after her injury. She's getting around just fine. Not pretty, but she'll make it work. Forward. Yo-yo. That's how it's done. Okay, so as you just saw there, you are able to herd guinea fowl by keeping your arms in a V. It works. You gotta be super patient. There they are. They're a little ticked off, but they've got that whole garden area right now to explore and hang out in. Now the reason why we have them separated right now is because of Gimperella. She's got another name, but I can't remember what it is. Anyway, they're all free range out here. She came back to us one day last week with an injury to her leg. She wasn't putting any weight on it. She's been handling it just fine. There's not much you can do besides cull her, which we weren't ready to do because she was still showing signs of life. She wanted to eat, she wanted to drink. She wasn't, showing any signs of slowing down, really. She is our only female of the flock, so it's another reason why we wanted to keep her around. She's sort of the ringleader, so when she slowed down, it sort of slowed everybody else down, which is not a bad thing. There, now they're off exploring. And another reason to put them in there is because they eat mainly bugs. So any bugs that are in the garden, good and bad, unfortunately, mostly bad, ticks and stuff like that, they will eat and take care of for me now while I put the new nesting box in the coop there. It was going to be too hard to do that with them in there. They do get to come out in the evening, right about this time. We let them out, but we don't really like to let them out too long because they will desert her, and that puts her in a position of being eaten by something. So we find if we just about 2 to 3 hours before the sun goes down, if we let them out to free range, then they tend to stick close to her and don't leave her behind. So if we let them out first thing in the morning like we used to, they would leave her all day, and it was just sad. So she's getting stronger, getting better, able to keep up now, so we'll probably change that. But let's see what we're working with here. Let me get my face mask. We are doing the deep litter method in here, and that is essentially to keep them warm in the winter because that stuff is going to compost. But also it's easier. Just keep throwing shavings in there and it breaks down naturally, and Like I said, in the wintertime, it's going to keep them warm because it's going to be composting. Composting makes heat, so double win. And in springtime, we're going to have awesome compost for the garden. Alright, so this bad boy is going to go in. It's going to put it there, but that's where they're roosting. I don't want to put it too close to where the guineas are because they do pick on them. I could probably put it right there. Ta-da! Housekeeping. There you have it, folks. One DIY nesting box. Ready to go. So we hope you enjoyed this video on using what you have. People use buckets, people use totes, people use milk crates. Basically anything that'll hold straw and a chicken you can use. Eventually we're going to have a sweet system, but for right now this is sweet enough. Hope you're happy. Hope you're well. And us, the chickens, and the guineas who are eating the squash and not supposed to. We'll see you on the next video.